Hey, I'm Henry, and even though it's most of the way through January, Happy New Year! It's 2022. And I'm excited today. You know why? Because Marvel just released a trailer for their upcoming Moon Knight series, and Moon Knight looks pretty cool. I'm a fan, and the trailer looked pretty cool, and I'm excited. Before I get into the meat of this video, I just want to say that trailer looked amazing. Ooh! I loved how mysterious it was, and we almost didn't know what was going on most of the time. It nearly didn't feel like a Marvel production. It was just really cool to see all the bits and bobs going in together, and I'm just excited. I liked him beating up a werewolf, slash some people think it's Anubis apparently. I think it's werewolf. I liked the look of the main villain. He looked pretty intimidating. I liked the scene where all the people just in the street bowed to him. I like Khonshu, that one scene of him going down the hallway and then it's an old lady. And I loved Oscar Isaac's performance. That guy can act. But despite how good that trailer was, there is one thing that has people up in arms, or at least some people up in arms. Twitter is divided, apparently, over whether the costume looks good. In this video, I'm going to be fighting in defense of the Moon Knight costume because I think it looks really good. I'm going to explain a few reasons why. Because I like it. I like it. Me? I like it. But first up though, I'm going to get out of the way the one complaint I have with the suit, and it's a kind of complaint. We see in the trailer Oscar Isaac, he like leans back and then Sailor Moon stuff happens, the suit wraps around him, and then bam, Moon Knight. This is the one thing I don't like. I understand that it's probably going to play into the story of Mark not really knowing who he is and not really knowing if he is Moon Knight and if he's doing all these things, but at the same time, I don't know. I almost like the idea of the suit being more of a real suit. I'm a little mixed on it. I get it'll probably play into the story elements more, but I just am generally not a fan of it just magicking out into his coming over him. But now into defense of the suit. A lot of people are talking about how this suit is not comic accurate. And you know what? Yes, it is not. You know what? One second, actually. I have the current Moon Knight comic I'm reading, Crazy Runs in the Family. And on the back page here, we see a pretty good representation of the Moon Knight costume. And that's a lot of white. I was talking to my friend about this today. Oscar, you've seen him in a couple videos. And we both kind of agreed that if this suit was translated 1-to-1 from page to screen, it would basically just be one of those morph suits, the white morph suits with a cape. I'm sorry, but that would look bad. See, the issue with translating Mark Spector's costume from page to screen is that it is very, very plain. It is one color all throughout. It is just white. The details are separated by line art, which you can do on a live action screen, but more often than not, that doesn't happen. When you translate Iron Man from page to screen, you get rid of the line art, and bam, you still have recognizable colors and shapes and blocks that, boom, that's a suit of armor. And even then, the look of the suit changed from comic to screen. You still saw a little more adaptations to make the suit in the 2008 movie look more realistic, look more like it could actually exist in our world. And I think that's exactly what they've done with this suit. By having the suit, instead of being a spandex bodysuit, be more of mummified wraps going around his body, creating the suit and a cape over it. I feel like it modernizes the suit and translates it well from page to screen. And it's interesting because there are characters with just full spandex bodysuits that you can translate into live action. Take a look at Spider-Man. In the comics, his suit is traditionally just the spandex bodysuit, and that's been made into live action movies before. Why can't it be done with Moon Knight? Well, that's where design comes into it. Spider-Man has a very iconic design done with red, black, and blue, and white. You have a black emblem on a red suit with black webbing, with blue highlights, with white eyes. Each of these colors represent a different part of the body, whether it's the torso, the legs, the thighs, the underarms, or the eyes. And it clearly divides the suit into different sections that are really easy to translate, say, into a movie design. However, that doesn't exactly work when you have a costume that is all one color. With Moon Knight, it is a white moon on a white body, with a white belt, with white eyes, with a white cape. See, it's just a lot of white. And this lack of color variation wouldn't allow the suit to exactly look that great if it were an exact translation. The eyes on the suit mostly glow just because the artists shade in the eyes around them so that it looks like they're brighter. But instead of it just being white on white on white, the designers for the show obviously wanted to avoid that, so they made it more textured, more interesting. By having the suit be wraps of mummified cloth, you're able to vary which way the cloth runs, and that way the suit's design will change. If you look at the moon emblem, it's still wrapped up, but it's wrapped in the shape of a moon. That way it stands out more, even though it's still white mostly. I do like that it's a little stained. It gives it a more grungy look that I kind of enjoy, and I like it. Just me. And with this suit design, they're able to have the eyes be actually glowing white eyes, and that will make him look so much more intimidating. In the scene when he stands up after what apparently is beating up a werewolf, he just looks really cool and just a bit intimidating, a bit spooky, and I think that's perfect. Additionally, I think that's just something you have to say for the whole suit. The whole suit looks cool and intimidating, and I love it. Just the suit in general, I hope no one's trying to argue that it looks bad, because it looks awesome. Just all the wraps, creating this varied texture. It just looks really cool. All the varied textures, all the varied colors. I love it. And personally, I can't wait to see this design come to life in the new show on March 30th. I got some reading to do, Gonna finish Crazy Runs in the Family. Gonna read some other runs, hopefully, because I really like this character so far. Until next time, I'll see you later.